Welcome to the stage, Don Lutrell.
Punchline now. Yeah. It's just, you know what, I just really want to put this like all the way. Just kidding, I'm not going to. Got really quiet in here. Okay. Wow, you guys. This is pretty awesome, huh? Good crowd tonight? Yes. And it is great to be here tonight in this beautiful theater with all of you beautiful adults. I usually do kids' parties, which is great. I mean, they love it. It gets weird when I get to the meth jokes, but they just think I'm saying math.
Math is hard.
Miss Dawn, did you really paint your house with toothpaste when you were doing math? We'll never use math. No, you won't. How about a big round of applause for everybody here tonight who's in recovery? Okay, yep. And how about a shout out to the people who may not be in recovery like us, but came to be supportive of someone who is? All right, so welcome to the Al-Anons. You guys know the difference between an alcoholic and an Al-Anon? Yeah, me neither, but apparently it's quite a bit. Man, I gotta tell you, it's really nice doing a sober event tonight. Those kids' parties I do get way out of hand. I don't care what anyone says, 10-year-olds cannot handle their liquor. It's true. But you know, the great thing about comedy is that every show is unique. You know, as a comedian, there's always new and different opportunities to perform. Last weekend, I did my first private house party. Yeah, it was an outdoor pool party. It's pretty exciting. Of course, the entire event was absolutely soaked in alcohol. You know, I knew it was going to be a rowdy evening when I saw a woman pouring shots of Fireball wearing a t-shirt that said, "Drunk Wives Matter." Yeah, she was a hoot. But you know, out of all the shows that I do, my favorite shows are the recovery comedy, sober shows. This is where I feel at home. I feel like I'm with my people, if I may call you my people. That's different than saying you people. That's a whole other thing. But by the way, if you ever want to get out of jury duty, just point your finger and say you people over and over. You'll be winning out. But that's a whole different subject. Anyway. I especially love doing this showcase with these comedians because I love these people, and I love Mike for always hosting and producing such an amazing showcase. I think Unloaded Comedy is the best sober showcase in the state of Oregon. Feel free to clap. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on it. Well, maybe a little bit. But you know, it's shows like this that really do a lot to help us dismantle the stigma that's so widely associated with both addiction and recovery. I believe, in my opinion, I feel that addiction is a disease. But you know, the thing is us as addicts and alcoholics, we don't get the same compassion and empathy for our disease that people with other diseases commonly do. You know, people with heart disease or diabetes, or anal glaucoma. No, that's a real thing. A couple of people in my home group have that. We can all see that they're an asshole, but they can't. So, very, very common in the rooms. Anybody have a burning desire? Bob, didn't you share already like 3 times? But anyway. My name is Don Lutrell. I am a recovering alcoholic and addict. I've been sober since February 10th, 2011. Just celebrated 7 years. Thank you. You know, it's true, alcohol and drugs did become a problem in my life, to say the least. My drinking got so out of control that my wife insisted we start using a safe word. She came up with it. The word was rehab. Definitely put an end to that activity. I did. I went to rehab. I paid $18,000 to learn the one thing that apparently everyone else already knew. Don't go to work drunk. That cleared that up. You know what's funny is that I've noticed when you talk to people outside of the rooms, outside of the recovery circles, and you tell them that you went to rehab, it tends to make them oddly uncomfortable. You know, they look at you like you've just asked them for a ride to the airport. You know, come on, really? But you know, despite what it was like and what happened, I'm very grateful to be in the what it's like now. I'm grateful to be on the other side. You know, some of us don't make it, so I'm always grateful every single day. You know, when it comes to me, I'm an open book. You know, I'm very out about my experiences. I'm very out about being sober, and I'm very out about being in recovery. I don't want anyone to know that I'm gay. What's said here stays here. And for anyone just tuning in, I'm gay. Surprise! I mean, I know because you can't really tell by looking at me. Speaking of that, happy Pride, everyone. June is Gay Pride Month here in Oregon. Yeah. You know, back in the day, man, I gotta tell you, during Pride, we got pretty wild and crazy. You know, we had some good times. Back then, I was a party gay. Now, I'm a little bit older. I don't get out quite as much as I used to. I'm kind of more of a couch gay. You know? I think at this age, it's fair to say and more accurate to say that I mostly identify as a homosexual. But you know, I've lived in Oregon for a while now, but we moved here from Nebraska. Yeah, don't hold that against me. You know, when my wife and I were considering our move to Oregon, we were trying to decide between Corvallis and Eugene. So I got online and I researched it. Honey, this says that Corvallis is the home of the beavers. That's a no-brainer. Pack your bags, Mama, we're moving to Beaver Nation. I am a beaver believer. I could go on and on with that, but I won't. But you know, it's no wonder everyone wants to move to Oregon. Oregon is amazing. You know, it's beautiful. We got the mountains, we got the ocean. I think people who live in Oregon tend to be, you know, really outdoorsy, health conscious. Seems like everybody here is into yoga. I'm the only person in the entire state of Oregon that's not doing yoga with goats and smoking weed. No, seriously, I just cannot get into yoga. I can't, you know. I mean, I've heard that yoga is great for your mental clarity, your focus, your stamina, your energy. Isn't that why we have Adderall? So yes, I'm originally from the Midwest. I grew up in the Midwest. I'm the youngest of 4 girls in my family. You know, I knew right away that I was different than my sisters. I didn't exactly know how, but I knew that I was different. Eventually, I figured it out. My parents didn't have a clue. But there was an attempt by me early on to try to tell them, you know, to let them know. And I figured having 3 older sisters provided a perfect opportunity to, you know, try it out on one of them first to see how it might be taken. So I did. I told my mom I thought my sister Pam was gay. You know, I mean, I gotta tell you, I think being a mom is a very hard job. I give my mom a lot of credit. Raising 4 girls can't be easy. But I'm not surprised that my mom was, you know, oblivious to my gay tendencies early on. my mom was always oblivious to everything. You know, in high school, I can remember having friends over and we'd be in my room, I mean, drinking, drug paraphernalia all over the place. She'd slowly open that door. Ooh, you girls working on a school project? Yeah, Mom, it's for our agriculture class. We're studying the effects of bong water on tomato seedlings. Ooh, that sounds neat. You girls want some pizza rolls? That's how my mom handled everything. You know, I love my mom, but having a conversation with my mom is like trying to decipher a Trump tweet. It's very covfefe, if you know what I mean. A while back, I stopped in just to check in to see how she's doing. Let her know about a doctor's appointment that I had, and immediately the conversation starts going in circles. Yeah, so I forgot to tell you, the other day, my friend Barbara told me that she has homophobia. That word always lends complete silence in a room. I love it. Everybody's like, don't fucking laugh. Oh my God, don't laugh, or they're gonna think, don't laugh at homophobia, because then they... Mom, your friend Barbara is uncomfortable around gay people? No, God, when she cuts herself, she bleeds really bad. Mom, that's hemophilia. No, it's not, Don Michelle. That's some kind of pervert. No, Mom, that's pedophilia. You know, like a pedophile? Oh gosh, I got one of those the other day downtown. They put those hot stones on your legs, you know what I mean? And did you like this color? Your dad picked out the color. Mom, that's a pedicure. Well, I suppose Barbara doesn't get those on account of her homophobia. Mom, look, I just wanted to let you know that I saw the doctor last week. They ran some tests, and they think I may have narcolepsy. You're having sex with dead people? I gotta go now, Mom. I gotta go. That reminds me. This year, my wife and I celebrated 24 years together. Don't applaud. I owe her money. Me and my wife are very compatible, but we are different in some areas. My wife is a vegetarian. She's very healthy. She loves kale and quinoa. When it comes to junk food, my wife always says, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. Yeah, well, being unhealthy doesn't feel as bad as kale tastes. Ugh. Not even with ranch dressing, you know what I mean? Or ketchup, or Arby's sauce. I'm definitely the one who's into junk food in our relationship. I like to eat foods that are so highly processed they're barely fit for human consumption. Why? Because that shit tastes good. Yeah, and the more processed, the better. Yesterday, I spent an hour trying to find the Velveeta at Trader Joe's. Apparently they don't carry it. And FYI, they don't carry Marlboros either, so don't ask when you're checking out. Jesus, that woman she was a mess. But seriously, I give my wife a hard time, but my wife is great. She's amazing. She's definitely the more level-headed, rational one out of the two of us. I think my wife has a little more serenity in her life, partly because she chooses not to participate in any kind of social media. I think being on social media these days is just hard. There's so much negativity. But the good thing about social media is now you know which of your relatives are racist. Right? Back in the old days, man, we had to wait till Thanksgiving to find that out. I got so tired of the negativity on social media, I recently decided to quit Facebook. That was the longest 15 minutes of my life. It was like trying to come off benzodiazepines. But, here's the thing nowadays. You can't quit Facebook. You need a Facebook account for everything these days. You want to shop at Amazon? Because you look like you would shop at Amazon quite a bit. Do you shop at Amazon a lot? Yeah. Okay, she's like, no, I know you. You want to shop at Amazon, you log in with your Facebook account. You want to log into your Instagram, you log in with your Facebook account. You want to take one of those online quizzes to find out which ingredient you would be in a salad. You took that quiz. You did. I'm always a radish, by the way. And I go back and I change the answers, and I'm like, oh, dang it, always a radish, never a crouton. It's crazy. And if you don't have a Facebook account, they want your email address, and I dislike giving out my email. It's just embarrassing. I still have an AOL email address. You laugh, but here's the thing. I don't get any spam on my AOL account. I imagine they probably don't even think it's a real email address, But I do get some strange emails on my other accounts. Like last week, I got an email from some girl in a whole other country. And all she wrote was, I'm looking for Dick. I don't even know a guy named Dick. So I just wrote back to her and I said, good luck, I don't know anything about Dick. So, but then the story gets stranger, if you believe in coincidences. A couple nights later, my wife and I are out for dinner, and I overhear two college girls at the table next to us talking about how one of them had received some pictures of Dick on her phone. I'm like, I know a girl that's looking for Dick. It's probably the same guy. Boom. This is my opportunity to be of service. Yeah, so I gave them Tatiana's information. And hopefully they can get connected and find Dick. It sounds like he's missed, But here's the weird thing, too. The weird thing is I heard one of the girls refer to him as Whiskey Dick. Right? So that sounds kind of sad because I guess the guy has a drinking problem. I gotta tell you, the whole thing, though, just seems kind of suspicious to me. I'm starting to think Dick might be a little crooked. But regardless, Dick is apparently pretty popular with the ladies. Oh, man. I know it's hard to believe, but I don't smoke marijuana. I gave that up, so I'm clean and sober, not green and sober, as is a thing apparently these days. I'm telling you, the marijuana they have now is not the same stuff we had back in the day. I don't know what they're putting in that stuff, but I'm glad I quit. I was having hallucinations. True story. I thought Ellen DeGeneres was living in my bathroom mirror. I know. People say I look like her. I remind them of her. I get it everywhere I go. The grocery store, the gym, the gynecologist. That was awkward. I'm sorry. But I can't talk about it because of HIPAA. You know what I mean? So there's laws against that sort of thing. Seriously, people ask me if I've ever met Ellen. No, not face to face. We've only corresponded through letters and emails, and those were sent by her attorney. But It's the same thing, really. You know, I think looking like a celebrity, not being that celebrity, is just a crazy, crazy ordeal. I have a friend of mine that gets it all the time. People say, "You look exactly like Dustin Hoffman." And she... she does not like it at all. I'm Dawn Lutrell, you guys. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. One day at a time.